It's only been a couple of days, and yet I am still reeling from that high of seeing Kingdom Hearts 4 for the first time in so incredibly long. It is genuinely bonkers that it took this long to get here, but I'm happy we are here. And the way that it looks, I suspect that we probably won't be too far off from seeing a little bit more content and potentially even a release date for late 27, maybe early 28, or even mid 28. I don't care. I'm gonna make sure I survive, and I'm gonna make sure I play that damn game. I don't care how we get there. We gonna make it happen, Captain. But I do have a little bit of a concern, right? This generally applies to the general public because the thing the thing about Kingdom Hearts 3, right? We gotta take the time machine and go back a little bit of ways, right? The thing about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that it had this situation in which it surpassed it, Kingdom Hearts, the Kingdom Hearts community specifically, right? It started to reach completely new heights with the general public. People were seeing Kingdom Hearts this, Kingdom Hearts that. People were like super interested in the franchise, yada this, yada that, yada yada yada, right? So they saw that Kingdom Hearts 3 was released and they were like, oh, okay, I want to play the games. What's up? I want to catch up on Kingdom Hearts. What's going on with that? And people said, oh, there's like 12 games. They're like, 12? What do you mean there's like 12 games? What do I gotta do? They're like, well, you gotta play the games and, watch the little movies that are available. They're all in one package. People are like, whoa, that's too much. I'm gonna do one of two things, right? And this is me speaking for the general public. They decided to do one of two things. They decided to either completely bypass every game and just start with 3, or they played Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 exclusively. And that was it. Now, the problem with that is that it started to hurt general perception of Kingdom Hearts because these wackos, these little funny goofballs, decided they didn't want to catch up on this long-term series that's been going on since 2002. They wanted to play the new shiny version instead of looking at the number title and realizing that there's more to this franchise, right? And they didn't do their research, they got into the game, and they played it. And both of the outcomes that I just mentioned led to a very similar outcome. That being them being very confused and disappointed with the story, primarily because they didn't have a single clue as to what was happening. They were completely clueless, right? And in reality, they have nobody to blame but themselves. Partially. Very partially, right? No, I'm gonna say mostly. But there is a partial part of me that doesn't completely blame them on one particular aspect. That being the mobile title stuff, right? The thing about Kingdom Hearts is that some of its most important lore aspects are revealed and realized through mobile titles, specifically Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. That one was critical, right? We had Union Cross for a good couple of years. It was revealing a lot of very interesting stuff to us during, its time to lead up, or during its lead up to Kingdom Hearts 3. We got a lot of crazy revelations and story bits and bops and pieces and characters that, started to make a little bit more sense for the overall arcing plot for Kingdom Hearts as a whole. And it was cool, it was fun, it was a little annoying that we got all of our information that way, especially through a mobile title, but we were getting Kingdom Hearts content. Whatever, couldn't really complain. Until the game became completely inaccessible. This game is basically almost lost media outside of what's available on YouTube. You have to catch up to the story, literally have to catch up to a story of a Kingdom Hearts game on YouTube, right? So that's a problem. Okay. And now we are facing a very similar situation with Kingdom Hearts 4. Right? And it's 4 times as bad. Right? Because here's my thing. General perception for Kingdom Hearts 3 was definitely hurt in a couple of ways. Obviously, people were a lot more privy to the combat that was available in Kingdom Hearts 2, but outside of gameplay mechanics, its story being one of its most important aspects, if not the most important aspect of Kingdom Hearts, was kind of shafted for them because they didn't understand, because they didn't want to go through the effort of playing all the quote-unquote side games. Newsflash, there are no side games in Kingdom Hearts. Unfortunately, Nomura's insane and everything's important. So yes, 358 over 2 days is important. Of course, Rechain is important. Of course, Dream Drop Distance is important. Of course, Birth by Sleep is important. Of course, 0.2 is important. All of it is critical. All of it. And now we're facing a similar situation with Kingdom Hearts 4. But there's a lot of elements here that are derived from the mobile titles, right? Firstly, we have Kingdom Hearts Union Cross that I mentioned a moment ago. Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Chi are not playable games anymore. You have to literally watch long-ass YouTube videos to catch up to lore, right? Which, maybe for some, not a big deal. Me personally, I'm probably going to go back through all of it. That of Union Cross and Dark Road. 2 games you have to watch story for, right? I'm gonna do that again just because, I really want to make sure I'm completely refreshed on everything, right? Even though, I'm good for the most part. I could easily hop into 4 and be fine. But, just to get into the Kingdom Hearts mood. Not everybody wants to do something like that. Not everybody feels like they want to waste time watching YouTube videos to catch up to something. Even though, funny enough, they'll do it for movies, they won't do it for Kingdom Hearts. But whatever, right? Now, I say this is twice as bad because some of this likely involves Kingdom Hearts Missing Link as well when it comes to story beats. For anybody unaware, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link was supposed to be the next major mobile title following Union Cross back in 2024 or something like that. Or 2023, 2024, right? We had known about this game forever. They'd been talking about that game for years. We finally got like a beta, or people got like a beta for it. They played it, they tried it out. It was neat, but it definitely needed some touch-ups. But one thing most people could agree on was that it was dumb to make it a mobile title, and it was dumb to make it a GPS-based game like it was Pokemon Go. Everybody's been trying to make Pokemon Go again for years now. It's never gonna happen again. Sorry. It's been over a decade. Not one clone, not one single game could match up to the heights of Pokemon Go. And Kingdom Hearts wanted to do that. I was getting bad vibes from day one, right? But people were agreeing on the fact that there were really important and interesting story elements within that game. The game got canceled last year. And they made up for that with screenshots for Kingdom Hearts 4. That's how serious that was, because we were working with absolutely nothing. No, was it last? Yeah, it was last year. We were working with absolutely nothing up to that point in terms of content for Kingdom Hearts 4. So they had to do damage control for completely canceling the game with those screenshots. But now we're looking at a situation where that game is completely unavailable to us. We have no idea what the story pertains, and we don't know if we're going to receive that information in a timely manner before we get Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, we definitely could. Hopefully we do. But it's kind of hard to do something like that, because how are we going to receive it if not in the form of a mobile title? If we received it maybe in the form of a book, not enough people are going to be willing to read that book. If we got it in like a movie or a watchable format, maybe people would be more willing to do that, especially if it came in like a package situation with 4, or maybe we got just something, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to imagine how else people would be comfortable receiving this information if not in video game format, right? So now we looked at Kingdom Hearts 4 and we're thinking, okay, there's major elements obviously pertaining to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. Both of those games are not accessible to people, and one of them is completely wiped off the face of the map, and we don't have any real information on that game because we never even had it to begin with. So how are we going to transfer this information into the general public so that they could be properly informed going into Kingdom Hearts 4 so that we don't have another Kingdom Hearts 3 situation? Because I can't do it again, bro. I'm not gonna have this crazy, stupid internet discourse over something that is completely somebody else's fault, but only partially because there is still critical information that people didn't get. Now, let's not get it twisted. Frankly, I still, to this day, even though I played Kingdom Hearts Union Cross start to finish, day one I was there on the day it died, from birth to death, right? I still think that the fact that they decided to put critical information in regards to Kingdom Hearts lore in a mobile title, that never should have happened. So there needs to be some major change that we see before we get our hands on Kingdom Hearts 4 so that we can be properly informed. And when I say we, I mean most of the general public that did not want to bother wasting their time on a gacha game. Cause I'll be honest, after Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and Dragalia Lost, which is, I've already had that conversation a million times. I'm not doing it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not playing gachas anymore, ever. I don't care if Wuthering Waves has goddamned Cyberpunk. Can you tell I'm petty? Regardless, I'm not doing it again. I'm not investing any time or money into gachas ever again. I don't care how good they look, and I don't care if they even pertain to Kingdom Hearts. I'm not doing it again. So we need a proper way to receive this information. I would be okay receiving this information in a book if need be, but I know a lot of other people are not patient enough for something like that. Unfortunately, we're in the TikTok era. People are not going to go out of their way to spend time reading a book anymore. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is coming from a book reader. You know what I'm saying? I like books. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's one of the most raw and unfiltered ways to receive fiction. I love books. People aren't going to sit down for that, right? They're not going to sit down for mobile titles either. And I don't know if we are sitting in a position where they had enough time to even potentially develop a full game or even a movie, maybe a movie, but something giving us all of the information that pertains to what we need to know for Kingdom Hearts 4. There are literal characters that were showcased within Kingdom Hearts 4 that I know a lot of people, or in that Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, excuse me, that I know people don't really know about. Characters from Union Cross, specifically the end of Union Cross, and one of them from Dark Road, right? People don't know these guys. You know what I'm saying? People don't know Brain. People don't know, he starts with a V. The guy with the mask on, you know what I'm saying? People don't know these characters. They don't even know who Strelitzia is. Or Strelitzia, however you pronounce her name. Sorry if I butchered it. People don't know who Strelitzia is because they didn't play the mobile title. And she wasn't really, I don't even think she was really mentioned in the back cover movie, right? People only know about the foretellers, thank God, because of the back cover movie. But even then, I feel like that doesn't give enough substantial information on who those characters are. The foretellers are going to be a crucial aspect going into Kingdom Hearts 4, right? Most people that know Kingdom Hearts like that knew from frame one that the person that was likely talking to us, or that was giving the information in that trailer, was potentially Ava. You don't know who Ava is because you didn't play the mobile title. Why would you care? You barely know who Ava is because back cover was, you know, in the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying? You weren't attached to him like that because why would you be? You know, I get it. So I'm just a little concerned. I feel like we definitely need a much more substantial way to obtain this information for the general public so that we don't have a repeat of what happened with Kingdom Hearts 3, in which people are review bombing it and shitting all over Kingdom Hearts 4 simply because they were, improperly informed going into the game. Because now there's too much. There's too much that is just missing right out the gate that people are going to need to be able to justifiably pick this game up and play through it comfortably with full knowledge, right? People say that Kingdom Hearts is a big, long, confusing franchise, and in reality, it's not. When you play things in order and you really just let yourself be invested in what the story has to tell you, it's totally fine. It has a lot of very fun themes and a lot of interesting characters that you fall in love with, a fun little plot that is a little convoluted, but confusing. I know that's kind of the same word in reality, but it's not, it's not like it's Fate Stay or anything like that where it's unintangible, you know what I'm saying? If you play through Kingdom Hearts proper, you can be caught up and completely understand a majority of what's going on. Unfortunately though, realistically, you're going to have a much harder time doing that when the information is completely inaccessible to you in a, more general format, you know what I'm saying? If it's not easily accessible. Now, of course, YouTube is accessible, but again, I don't know. it's kind of a hard sell to be like, oh yeah, you're gonna want to catch up on Union Cross information. Watch these like couple hour-long videos of the story and stuff like that to really catch up on the summary of, you know, Union Cross and potentially even Missing Link, and then you'll be good to go. Who's doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going out of their way to listen to that? I mean, if you are, if you're willing, if you really want to learn more about Kingdom Hearts that way, cool, great. You know, I implore you. Most people don't have that kind of patience. Not in this era, realistically. We got to be so for real with ourselves. So, here we are. We're looking at a potential, you know, maybe next year, maybe year after release for this game. Hopefully, I have to imagine they have something cooking to make it so that people can, you know, get into these games much easier, right? People need context for the Foretellers, for Strelitzia, for Quadratum, for the Master of Masters, for, you know, these other characters that were, these other Keyblade wielders that were introduced within Quadratum. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are these characters? Why are they here? Most people don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Maybe people will bypass that just because it's Kingdom Hearts 4. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans that isn't even caught up on that stuff, and they have no idea who those characters are, but they're excited regardless, and they're going to have a good time when it drops. I don't know. Maybe people just care about their anime Disney. Who knows? Who knows? It's just something that I was a little concerned about. Hopefully, we get something out of Nomura and the team to explain to people what's going on here in some way, shape, or form. If we get a game, cool. If we get a movie, cool. If we get a book, awesome. Hopefully people are willing to go out of the way, because unfortunately with Kingdom Hearts, while it's not the most confusing thing when you go in order, things are a little spread out more than they probably should be. So unfortunately, if you do want to get into the franchise fully, you're gonna have to dedicate some time to really learning about everything that it has to offer. But maybe that's just me. But okay. That's enough out of me. I'm passing the mic over to you, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Am I justified in my concerns here when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 4 and people not really understanding what's going on when it comes to the connection to the mobile games, and people are going to get really upset and, you know, just annoyed about that fact, and it's going to hurt the reputation of Kingdom Hearts as a whole? Or am I off my rocker? Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be fine. They'll probably find a good way to explain it in game, and we'll be totally good. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor, dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!
Doing donuts in a bin. I stay funky. Battle goes wherever I am. I stay funky. I don't know who's ready to spit. Just know you're going down with my 58 clips. I stay funky. Honey's taking back to the crib. I stay funky. Get the club popped off like pain. I stay funky. I don't know.